Good morning, everyone. I'm here at Goats with Horns Animal Sanctuary with Real Time Rescue. I figured I'd do an earlier live stream this morning. Usually I kind of check in on Sunday mornings after chores are done, but this morning I thought I'd just let you guys kind of see what we do. Courtney has just let the birds out this morning. As you can see, we have Miss Plum trying to eat right from the basket. Um, good morning. Oh, is he? I guess that was him asking for a little bit of food for himself. When I first came over, we saw Courtney was putting some food in Mr. Stan's coop. Stan is our barred rock rooster. You may have seen before. He had been battling some different health issues and just like a foot issue, like an infection and all kinds of stuff. And this summer, he got this brand new coop built out for him, and he's been having all types of supplements and everything, and he's getting his strength back for the first time in I don't know how many weeks. His foot doesn't need to be wrapped anymore. We believe the infection is finally gone. His feathers are growing back. He was looking really raggedy. His molt was lasting just way too long. Basically, most, chickens, a lot of birds will lose part of their feathers each year and then, grow back some more. But he was just, it was taking so long. Hi, Miss Zoe. It was taking so long and he was picking at it. So we were having to put this ointment to help him not pick. And finally, he's doing better. He's getting feisty again, too. He doesn't have to live in a coop because he is not safe to be around the other birds. And for a little while when he wasn't doing so well, he was just so docile and like scared. Now he's back to his, feisty, little little ultra protective self. So that's a good sign. It might not be, that kind of seems weird, like, oh, he's not friendly anymore, but that's a good thing. And it's not that it's a good thing that he isn't friendly, but the fact that he is feeling well enough to be, strong and, sassy again, that's the good thing. So we got Kiki. Pie is that little chicken that's right down in the bamboo. She actually only has one foot. When she hatched, she had a bad club foot, and her previous owners just had the club foot amputated, and so she was able to, get along just fine without a prosthetic or anything else like that. That's, her name's Pie, like a little pirate, like she has a peg leg. Oh, yes, we heard you. That's Giuseppe. This is Thelma and Pepper's sleeping coop. You guys probably have seen, normally, they're out in the backyard by the time I do the morning check-in, but this is where they sleep. Just yesterday, we had the heat lamp put back up for them so that when the nights start getting a little chillier, they will have that little extra warmth. They are our special needs chickens. So let me come on through here. Excuse me. That's thing one. We'll kind of peek over at everybody finishing up some breakfast. And then I know Karen did a live stream the other day talking about, interesting fact about, something that just makes her happy at the sanctuary, like a little random thing. And her thing is she likes to rake, the dirt after the animals are all done and get those nice lines on there. So I was just going to say something that's, oddly satisfying or just kind of a little silly thing. Oh, hi, Gibby. Oh, excuse you. That I like to do is I like to take care of this area here, the goat playground. I like to get all the goat poo raked up. As you can see, or the goat poo is, they're very just tiny. So it's not like a large, cow patty or something that's easy to scoop up. But over time, the goat poo builds up, and this whole area used to be kind of like covered in it before we started kind of trying to manage it. So we got all these special tools over here to work on the goat poo. They're actually, sorry, I can't grab this one. Okay. They're actually turf rakes. And so it kind of goes across the top of the sand. And so that way we're not raking up very much sand, but are kind of getting that goat poo. So that's a little interesting fact, or like a little funny thing that, get the hay off your face, that I enjoy. I like having this area clean. As you can imagine, it's never ending. You're never going to have a pristine environment. Well, hi, Julio. Julio is our very shy pig. Good morning. So I won't try to pet him or anything, but he has been getting friendlier over the last few months. a little bit more eager to come over and say hi. And see, everybody's still eating breakfast. All the pygmy goats, with the exception of this morning, Gilbert here, this guy here, he didn't feel like going in with the littles. But the pygmy goats usually all eat together in this first stall, just because they're a little smaller, obviously, than the bigger animals, and it would be hard for them to compete at the troughs against, Albert and Gibby. Princess Buttercup here also eats in a stall separately because she's just a sweet, timid girl. And even when we put her in the littles, they sometimes like kind of bully her, and she doesn't necessarily even try to really fight for the food. So she is also older, and as you can see, she's lifting up her leg right there. She did get an injury, but prior to her coming here, and every day she gets liquid glucosamine and CBD, but sometimes she just, she gets a little stiff. And especially in these, as we're starting to get into some cooler weather, we don't want her to, be having to, compete or get bullied by, her daughter or granddaughter. They got a sassy little family. Speaking of sassy, we have Rapunzel, always the first goat that we need to get put away just for our safety. Again, I've mentioned it before, but she doesn't live in the stall here. The littles don't live in there. They're usually all out, but at breakfast time, we have to kind of separate everyone for their safety and ours. We have Suerte and Thomas and Gilbert eating over here. Gibby didn't really eat that much this morning. Maybe he's waiting for his bath so he can get all his special food. Hi, Gibby. It's almost time to start using the kettle too, since it's getting a little chillier. Normally, we just spray him down for his daily bath, but when it gets real cold, we don't want to be spraying him down with cold water. So we use a kettle to heat water and then, kind of do more of a sponge bath. But we're not quite there yet. It is still getting into the 80s. At night, it's cooler, obviously, but we don't soak him, anymore. As in the summertime, we were just, completely wetting him down. Mr. Bruno Mars, Clyde getting a drink from his pool. Esperanza is the daintiest and slowest eater in the world. So she's still nibbling on the hay. It looks like she just started, but she's been in here for nearly an hour or 30, 45 minutes, and she's still just nibbling. She hangs out in here with Elvis at breakfast time. Albert, big boy over here, working on his winter floof. As you can see, he's getting a little woolier, a little fluffier. In the summertime, we have to get them sheared very frequently. We are in Arizona, which is, if you're not familiar, I know you might be tuning in from different places in the world, but it's a desert in America, and this summer was exceptionally hot. We broke all kinds of heat records, and it was very unpleasant. But yeah, so we had to make sure, he wasn't cooking himself in wool, and so he was getting sheared frequently. Hi, Nala. She's just waiting. She's like, oh, my bestie is here. Courtney, that you saw a few minutes ago, she's really bonded with Nala, and Courtney isn't able to come every single Saturday because they have a little baby girl at home, but they got grandma sitter this morning, so they could both come, and so Nala's just ready for her bestie to come brush her. Now she's going potty. And last but not least, Miss Norma Jean, getting all those little crumbs off the ground. They're both also getting a little woolier and fluffier. We brush them on the weekends, sometimes during the week as well, but it's a little harder because people are trying to do chores on weekdays before work, and they don't necessarily have as much time to do the littler things like brushing the animals when they're trying to, rush, go, go, go. But I noticed yesterday when I was brushing her, she had a lot less fur coming off. So, she's not shedding as much. Her body's holding on to that fur or that hair to keep warm. Back to Nala. Oh, I guess we can't see it right now because it's on her other side, on her left side. But she has a huge branding on her side from obviously before she came here. Hi, sweetie. And it's starting to get filled in. Actually, when we first rescued her, about 3 years ago. It was in November, and her fluffy, pretty coat was covering her branding. So we did not even know she had a branding until she started shedding in the spring and early summer. And at which point, we called or messaged, the woman who had saved her previous owner, and we're like, oh my gosh, does she have a scar or something? Because we had not even seen it. It was covered by fur. So I was talking yesterday. We had a tour come, and I was telling them how that you'll probably be the last tour of the year that will actually see her branding. Hi, Peanut. She keeps peeking. Hi, Peanut. She's got her little mohawk standing up. You can see like that line of fur on her back. So it's like maybe she's agitated or on alert. Looks like the turkeys are finally starting to hop down into the field. They usually, they roost up on the roof of the coop, sometimes in this pine tree here and all along the fence. So a couple of them are up and at 'em. Zoe, the one I said hi to a little while ago, that's our oldest turkey. Hi. And because she is so old, she does have a little bit of, mobility issues, and her feet can kind of give her a little bit of pain sometimes. So she's a little slower to hop down. So she's a little tentative up there. Like, I don't know, should I hop down? Should I hang out for a while? And we got Mr. Zeusy. All right, so now that there's the moon up there. Now that I've said, done a little early morning check-in, I think I'm gonna jump off here so I can help my friends do some work and get started on that goat poo. Like I mentioned earlier, it's just a little interesting fact that, feel like all of us volunteers, everyone that volunteers here, and we all have something that we enjoy doing, a little chore that kind of just makes us happy. Another thing that obviously makes all of us happy is just not even a chore, but just spending time with the animals, brushing them and everything. Oh, it looks like Gibby's in the stall here. He's probably going to be getting his bath any moment. Oh, and now I'm gonna jump off here so I can, like I said, actually do some work and help maybe get Gibby his bath or get some of the animals their medicine. But thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.